Here is part two to the own an organization game mode. That would be fire. So, with owning an organization mode, you would have access to each superstar that you hired, and you would have access to what your arena would look like, if it's indoor, outdoor, a gymnasium, a bingo hall, a concert arena, whatever. So that's pretty simple to implement. Let's talk about some new features. You can choose a main star for the face of the company, or you can choose multiple faces and multiple heels. Um, this would like garner ratings for your show. Um, you would obviously invest more money into them. Say like you have like I think with the GMO having the jobbers is a good thing. So you'd have like you'd have to have like jobber signs, so your main star, it would build your main star up by defeating the jobbers. So there's that. And then I put AI voices, like each superstar. See, I don't know how this would work with I think with created wrestlers they can have AI voices that people create. Like a creation, there's a community creations. You should have AI voices that people create using the tools that are already out on the internet, or just have it implemented somehow with the game, which wouldn't be too difficult. Seeing as how there's consoles coming out soon that want to implement AI features, this would be good for the future of gaming. Spotify Premium integration. So I think it'd be good, like the AI voice, or has AI voices. Yeah, like each for the AI voices, each superstar would record their own voice, and then it would go into the game, and they can cut promos. It would be all AI generated promos. They can talk to you and tell, like how they had the text messaging system in YGM mode. They can tell you what they want, what they need. Um, so Spotify Premium integration. Each each superstar and created superstar will have an indie theme and a main roster theme. The main roster theme would be made by Def Rebel or whoever, Jim Johnson, CFO. Um, and that would be implemented through Spotify. Most themes aren't on there anymore, so it's going to be tough. Maybe they can re-add them, or just there can be DLC that are theme songs. But then again, if you played online, you would have to have the DLC. I'm not worried about online right now, but there's that. And then the popularity, like using the popularity feature on Spotify, it would cost more for the wrestler to use on like a televised broadcast. And when I mentioned the map earlier, I'm at like a Gran Turismo 7 style map, where it's an overview of the town that you own, and you can build up the town. You can make your arenas. When I say town, I mean like, I guess county or city. I don't know. It would have to be like a downtown area, so you'd have to have like a downtown. You can have multiple arenas though, in multiple cities. I don't know how that would work actually. I'd have to think about it because eventually you're gonna have to go to your company is going to become regional, national, and worldwide. So maybe they'll just have a map of the United States, and you'll have all the towns that you can go to. Or you can just be like the NWA and just have an NXT and just have one town for your show. Um, so it'd be something they'd have to figure out with the map system. But you can name your hometown too, and name it whatever you want. I wouldn't worry about like naming it the same thing as somebody else's. That's only when the online features are enabled with the leaderboards. Uh, Another thing I wanted to come up with was finisher and signature hype meters. Like the more cooler your move is, the more it gets like hype for the crowd. The crowd gets hype. That's just something small I came up with, but anyway, that should be good. 7 minutes. Yeah. All right. Take care.